Well, I'm really excited for this event. I think it's a great thing for basketball. It's a great thing for the state of Iowa. It'll be obviously be my first opportunity to play in this event, and I just think it's really cool. It doesn't happen a lot in college basketball, and so I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be a great challenge for our team, and we'll get back to work. We're in finals right now. Obviously, we came off a tough loss Monday to another Big Ten team in Minnesota, and we know we've got to continue to get better. Iowa's going to come in and play really hard, and I'm expecting we're going to get a great effort from them. But it's a great opportunity for our kids, and I know we're really looking forward to it.
When it comes to Iowa, it seems like they're really susceptible to turning over the ball. How do you capitalize on that?
You look at Iowa, and first of all, they're young, and they've really dealt with some injuries too. So, they're still like a lot of teams. They're kind of trying to find themselves and find their rotation. I believe, now they've got Connor McCaffrey back, who played Sunday for the first time, and I think that's a big lift for their ball club, another ball handler. They really needed that, a guy who can make plays. I think they feel like he'll sure up a little bit of that for them, and we've just got to be really active on defense. And when I say this, I'm not kidding. This will be the biggest size disparity I think I've ever seen in a college. We literally, at times, we're going to have a 6-foot guy guarding a 7-foot guy. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but that's kind of the way this is going to. So it's really going to be contrasting. We're obviously one of the smallest teams in the country. I think they've got to be one of the biggest teams in the country. So it's really unique that way as we try to look at our matchups and how are we going to do this. But what you got to hope is on the other end that maybe we can cause some issues for them with the way we can space the floor with our smaller lineup. But it's really an interesting game that way.
How do you utilize your speed in that aspect? And then on the defensive end, how big is it staying out of foul trouble and maybe getting them into some foul trouble?
Oh, I think it's huge. For us to try to stay out of foul trouble, and I think like most games, for us the keys are similar. But I was very good in transition. We're gonna have to do a great job of getting our defense set, number one, and then can we end possessions? They're a very good offensive rebounding team. They're obviously gonna have a size advantage across the board on us. We're gonna have to do a phenomenal job as a team trying to limit them to one shot. And if we're able to do those two things, and like you said, manage our foul situation, we'll have a chance.
How much fun has the start of this year been for you, and just how competitive you've seen your guys be in these early games?
It's been great, and I've said from day one, the kids that I inherited have been so great for me and my staff. I'm the third coach that they've played for, the seniors, and they've really welcomed me with open arms, have embraced us, have tried to do everything that we've asked, and I've told them every day, I'm having a blast coaching them. I think they're really giving us a lot. They're playing really well as a team, and our schedule's been tough. We've been tested. We've been on the road a lot. We've played some really good people. We're going to play another really good team here on Saturday, and I keep telling them, that's going to make them better. It's going to help us come Missouri Valley play, and I feel like they're buying into that, and so I'm having a blast.
How much does it help that you guys have already kind of played, you've already played a Big Ten style team just this week?
I hope so. It's funny. You say, well, how are you gonna prepare for their size? Well, we've played everyone we've played's been bigger, so we've kind of had that all year. This will be to another level, I think, size-wise. But we've played small all year. That's kind of what we've done, and so hopefully the guys are learning that's who we are. And again, we've got to figure out on the other end of the floor, how can we use that to our advantage? But I would hope that our guys, because we've played tough people and have been very competitive, that gives us some confidence going into Saturday that, hey, yeah, we can, not only can we compete, but we can give ourselves a chance to win.
So when you're going through looking at film, are there any teams you watch that Iowa has played maybe earlier this year or last year that maybe look similar in your style that you can take some positives away from?
I think, I've watched quite a bit of film on Iowa now. There's so much. You try to watch a little bit of a lot of games too, and somehow to try to get a feel for what other teams do. But I don't know if there's any one team in particular. But Indiana plays a similar style to us. I think the way that Archie Miller does things is similar, but their personnel is different than ours. I think we really have a unique group personnel-wise. So I think our situation is probably unique to what any other one has. So we just got to focus on doing what we do. And obviously, there's a lot of things about Iowa that concern me. But I think I try to approach every game, and like we will today, the majority of practice will be how do we get better at what we do well.
With playing in just a larger arena, different sight lines from what they're maybe used to, how much do you guys, or how much could that affect your guys' ability to shoot?
Who knows? It's going to be the same for both teams, but I'm a big guy. Like I remember when we went to Wyoming, everybody talked about the altitude, right? And they try to, and it becomes a mental thing. And I think sometimes the more you dwell on those things about, oh, we haven't shot in that arena, different sight lines, and it's still 10 feet. You know what I mean? Unless they measure it different, it's still going to be 10 feet, and you can't worry about what you can't control. And we'll go out there and we'll warm up the way we always do and shoot the shots we always shoot, and we have good shooters, and so you got to believe that they'll go in, or at least I hope they do. I know we're better when they do.
You mentioned the MVC, and this is a good test before you get into your season. You only have a couple of games left. What's your impression been of the rest of the MVC so far? We've seen some upsets, some big wins, and very competitive so far.
It's funny, and I think we call it right, that the Valley in the non-league has been as good as it's been in a while. You look at the numbers, I think I saw this morning, they were 8th in the RPI. So everybody thought, well, Wichita's leaving, this guy's going to fall, and it's really been the opposite. A lot of programs have picked up the slack. You've seen Loyola having a great non-conference. Northern Iowa is typical, Missouri State, Valpo, Bradley is having it on and on. And you know what? We've been a little bit better, too, I think, than people have thought. And so the Valley's going to be terrific. And so that's why I hope we've been away from home a lot more than I would have liked in the non-league for our schedule. But you hope that those things, regardless of where we fall, have helped prepare us to play a tough Valley schedule.
Yeah, how do you defend those big dudes? Like, what's your? Is it,
You got any ideas? Like, yeah, you got. We're still trying to figure that out. You got to play team defense. I mean, that's what it is. It's not about hey, can this one guy stop that one guy? We've got to play great collective team defense and really help each other a lot on that end of the floor and really stay connected and tight as a group. We're going to have to defend as a team, rebound as a team, just like we try to play offense as a team. And I think that's what these guys have bought into is that, you look at our guys individually so much, but they've really bought into trying to do what we have to do together to be successful. And, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And, the guys have got pretty good chemistry, and we've got to have better chemistry on defense than we've had because that's the only way we can be good. And we've been a little bit better the last 2 times out, and we're going to get tested in a big-time way on Saturday. But the only way to do that is a great team defense.
Some people say this event takes away from Drake and Northern Iowa as far as in the past, Iowa State or Iowa used to come here and play. How do you see this event still being a positive for the entire state and this atmosphere being unique to your players?
I mean, you get all 4 schools, right, playing in one venue on one day. So you get all the fans together, the media, in the biggest city in the state here. So I think it's kind of a neat event that way where everybody gets together, at one time to do it. And again, I haven't been to it before. I've heard great things about it. So it's really unique that way. Now, yeah, would I want Iowa State to come here and play at the Knapp Center? You're more than welcome to. I don't know that's going to happen in the time future, but I really hope that this event stays because I still think it's a really neat thing for basketball.
How much scouting do you do of UNI after your game?
A little bit, but again, we'll watch those guys, but you can't worry about that right now. It'll be a little ways before we play them, and but I'll probably stick around and watch it because I'm a basketball fan, and anytime you get to see those guys play live, I think it's pretty cool.
Are your seniors ready to beat Iowa finally?
I hope so. If they're not now, I don't know whatever. But and listen, I get it. We know what this game means, to the fans, of everybody, and being an in-state school, but I think sometimes, both schools are going to be motivated. Iowa's going to be motivated Saturday. They're going to play hard. They're going to play well. I know those guys, and we're going to have to bring our A game. But I think sometimes you can get caught up too much in that, that it's Iowa Drake, and you've just got to focus on what you need to do to be successful. Because once the ball is tipped, it's a basketball game, and the team, whoever plays the best in between those lines, is going to win.
What have you liked about the way Reed's played so far this year?
He's making a lot of shots. But, he's playing the things that have stood out to me, he's playing with a ton of confidence in any situation, and he's got a lot of swagger. The other thing that he's really done, he's passed the ball well. He's done a nice job of getting his teammates involved and really buying into our system. And he's got a really good mix of being aggressive. And when he's open, he needs to shoot. And probably could have even been a little bit more aggressive at Minnesota. But they did a great job on him. But he's also buying into, he's going to be at the front of everyone's scouting report, right? They're not just going to let him shoot open shots. And I think he's really buying into helping get others involved. And one of the reasons we were still in the game on Monday is he didn't score a lot, but he was continuing to move the ball. We got a lot of other guys involved, and that's the way we have to play.
Is his offensive success more him being aggressive or a product of him kind of being in your system?
I don't want to say it's our. I think that it's a little bit of everything. I think that he's being aggressive. He's a senior. He knows what it takes to be successful at this level. He knows I have confidence in him, and we do. He knows his teammates do, and I do think he's buying into moving the ball. I think we move the ball well as a team. We do run a lot of action for him, but I don't think he's trying to force the action. I think he's letting it come to him, and it's been a really good mix that way.
For you, who's kind of got to be someone that's not Reed Timmer? Who's got to be that guy that steps up in order for you guys to win this weekend?
It sounds like a cliche, but a little bit of everyone. We got to have, at Minnesota and the games where we've played well, I felt like everybody has given us good minutes, and all the guys that play have to find a way to give us good minutes. That's the only way we can be successful. You just look at our team, and everybody brings something to the table, so everybody's going to have to play their A game and play well together. And our bigs are going to have to play well. Nick and Casey and Corey are going to have to rebound well and provide a presence in there, and we have to shoot the ball well. I think that when Dite and Graham and Jalen and those guys are playing well on the perimeter, I think that helps us. The other thing was nice is Ori shot the ball well for us on Monday, and so everybody that comes in has got to give us a little bit of a spark, and if we do that, we've got a chance.
Everybody talks about finals week this week, and how have the guys handled that balance this week?
Just what you do at Drake, and I'm probably a lot of student athletes, but that's what you sign up for here, and it's another day at the office, right? Our guys know that finals are a challenge. They know that we take it serious here, and they've had the last couple days off to focus on their academics. And like I told them, hey, if they focus on finals as hard as they played on Monday night, we'll probably be okay.